All right, peoples, got another Dobyns rod here. Little bend test deal video, whatever. This one's brand new to me. Just got it the other day. Got married, so figured I'd treat myself a little bit. This is the Dobyns Champion Extreme HP. This is the 784, 7'8", 4-power, heavy action rod. You know, I wanted this thing for a long time. I have a couple other rods to kind of compare it to, but I wanted it specifically for Carolina rigs, you know, bombing baits out, dragging them, doing that big sweep hook set type of deal. Like I've said a million times, I fish out of the Old Town autopilot kayak, so, you know, I got the spot lock, but when you set the hook a lot of times on fish, you know, they might run. The spot lock's going to hold you, but you still might, you know, kind of sway a little bit. So I like a little bit softer rod than most people, I guess you would say. Just for some reason, it's always benefited me over the last few years of having, you know, fishing out of kayaks that, you know, when you set the hook, having that little bit of extra softness, you know, I'm not talking like a whipstick, just a little bit, it really helps. You know, when they jump, when they run, everything like that, it just makes it a lot easier. You know, you see guys like Ike and Ellie running around his whole boat with the rod. You know, we can't do that in kayaks. You know, we got where we're at, and we can move around a bit, and that's it. So, anyway, I ended up putting, real quick here, I put a Tatula 150 on there with 20-pound fluorocarbon, a Brazex, just because, like I said, I'm going to drag this over rocks, everything like that. Having that little bit bigger reel, you know, helps with casting far. But I only threw it for a little bit the other day. I was mainly dragging a Carolina rig with it, which, like I said, that's what I bought it for. And it is awesome. Every rock I touched, I could feel it. As soon as it switched from big rock to gravel to grass to whatever, I felt it. I knew exactly where I was at. I did end up putting a big, you know, 8-inch bullworm on here, half-ounce shaky. I think it's like a Berkeley one or something, just to kind of try a couple different baits on it because, you know, as most of you know, Dobyns rods are pretty, you know, versatile like type of rods. So this isn't just a one-trick pony here, which is fantastic because, like I said, even though I have, you know, 10, 11 of them I bring with me, you know, having that option to switch this like I did before I left just to try. So I've heard people throw spoons on this. Well, I did. I took the new 6 cents, you know, divine spoon, whatever they call it. You know, it's an ounce and a quarter, ounce and a half, just to mess with it. And this is an awesome spoon rod with that bend. So let me bend this up for you, and then I'm going to bend up a couple other ones. This video might be a couple minutes longer than normal, but just want to show you in comparison to a couple other rods here. So this one is, as usual, it's got, you know, that softer tip, and then it hits that backbone, you know, and then it bows up through pretty much that whole rod there. Which is what I like to call a kind of a sweeper rod, because when you're dragging Carolina rigs or other baits, most of the time you're dragging them when you set the hook, you sweep, you know, so that extra length and that extra bow throughout that whole rod when you sweep, I think is really going to be beneficial to not losing fish. Because most of the time I throw a 3/4 ounce Carolina rig, and then as far as my hook on the business end, I throw a 2-aught worm hook, you know, a light wire worm hook. So it doesn't need to be a broomstick of a rod to drive that hook. You know, you're more, like I said, you're sweeping, you know, and setting that hook. So just to compare it really quick, because I've done these videos before, I bought this one a couple years ago to be my Carolina rig rod. This is the Champion XP, the 764. So this is a heavy power rod, and it worked good. It did. It's just, it's got a lot more power. I don't have a reel on it right now because I switched it, but I don't know if you can see. It's got a lot more power to it, which is a good thing. But I think I'm going to use this now for a mag draft type of rod, swim baits, you know, maybe a little bit heavier flipping type of deal. But this is a great rod too. But like I said, I wanted that HP. I've wanted it forever. Now I got it. And then one more comparison here. This one is the 744. jig rod special, which is definitely a way different rod than that one. Than both of those, actually, because this has that extra fast tip. I got a Corrado DC on here, but this one I more, flip lighter jigs. It's a 3/8 ounce, 6-inch jig. Drag smaller worms. I mean, anything up to that 1/2 ounce, I drag with this. I mean, this thing is extremely sensitive. But just to show you in comparison the bend of the rod compared to the 784, this one has that true extra fast tip. I mean, that's tip right there. Then it's backbone. So this one's got more power, I would say, than the 784. But this is your true jig rod, in my opinion. Dragging stuff, jigs where you got to get that weed guard, you got that weed guard to overcome. You're sticking fish with this one. I mean, you're hitting them. So, like I said, just a quick video kind of deal of this one. I mean, just the look of this rod, though, I mean, is absolutely amazing. It is just, I'm blown away by this rod. The cork is so freaking soft. Like I said, I haven't caught any fish on it, but so far I'm in love. And it's late August here, so we're moving into that tough time of year. Gonna have to slow down a bit. Start dragging more stuff. Fish are still definitely offshore, but they're breaking up quite a bit out by me. They're not in their big groups anymore. They're kind of spread out, kind of tough to catch. I was throwing a deep diving crankbait the other day. Just wasn't really firing. So, like I said, just had a couple hours, wanted to play with this. But anyway, so there you go. Quick video. Dobyns Champion Extreme 784C. Let's go, boys. Nope.